Good afternoon. I'm Eileen Kleinsorge, Chair of the Benton Community Foundation Board. And on behalf of the board, I welcome all of you to this year's event. Welcome to the second annual Philanthropic Achievement Awards event. Our goals include the opportunity of bringing together, albeit virtually this year, local nonprofit leaders, board members and donors, and community friends while showcasing and recognizing the outstanding philanthropic leaders and projects in our community. We want to shine a light on the incredible impact philanthropy has on our region. We certainly didn't imagine this event would need to be virtual in 2020. But no matter the mode of recognition, we have much to celebrate relative to the strong impact of the philanthropists in our communities. A selection committee representing a broad section of our community, including representatives from the different mayors of Benton County cities, education, the faith community, government, rural Benton County, Benton Community Foundation, Oregon State University, and business owners had a very difficult task in evaluating more than 26 proposals and recommending this year's recipients. With so many virtual viewers for this virtual event, we are once again impressed by this community's gratitude for the many who give tirelessly and what appears to be without limit. Today, we celebrate investing in our community through time, expertise, and wealth. As I pondered what words best capture the sentiment of 2020 and our community today, Fred Rogers' words awakened me in the middle of the night. You all know Fred Rogers. He's Mr. Rogers. If you didn't watch him, your children likely did. When Mr. Rogers comes to you in the middle of the night, you must listen. He always knew just what to say, and I knew his words would be most appropriate for a year like 2020. Many of you may remember that in 2001, when Mr. Rogers was asked to help children cope with the tragedy of 9/11, he shared with the children, "When I was a boy, I would see scary things on the news, and my mother would say to me, 'Look for the helpers. You will always find people helping.'" He went on to say, "I did, and I came to see the world full of doctors and nurses, police and firemen, volunteers, neighbors and friends who are ready to jump in to help when things go wrong." In this year, 2020, whether it's the impact of COVID-19, the drought, or historic fires, these words helped me as an adult. I would add that I have seen and I'm grateful for all the essential workers, including, but not exclusively, the grocery store workers, sanitation personnel, first responders, healthcare providers, the Corvallis Sewing Brigade, Dial-A-Bus, Stone Soup, daycare providers, our educators, the It's On Us program, food banks, and so many more. What a community of helpers. Today, we celebrate some extraordinary helpers known as philanthropists in our community. We will now hear how others in our community think about philanthropy and its impact.
Hello, my name is Chris Quacca, and as the President and CEO of the Benton Community Foundation, welcome to the Philanthropic Achievement Awards. Thank you for joining us in celebration of the inspiring individuals, groups, and businesses that help make Benton County a truly remarkable place to live. We especially would like to thank our cornerstone sponsors of today's event, 10D Tech, Horsepower Productions, Oregon State University Foundation, Samaritan Health Services, Trillium Family Services, and Shoup Clemens Cook Wealth Management Group of Wells Fargo Advisors. Their generous support, along with that of our community sponsors, event captains, board of directors, and the inspiring stories of Benton County residents have made this event possible and brought us together to celebrate those who give back. In a few moments, our guests will talk about giving back, and it reminds me how fortunate we are to live here. Like Eileen, I too am encouraged by the helpers, some of whom we will introduce to you today. I was also one of those kids who grew up watching Mr. Rogers. I remember his sweaters, his friends, and his daily request inviting all of us to be his neighbor. Like many of you, I have neighbors affected by the wildfires, the pandemic, and unrest in their communities. I find hope by listening to the helpers in our community who ask us to be their neighbors every day through their kindness, grace, and service to others. For those helpers we aren't honoring here today, we thank you for sharing your stories, your encouragement, and your hope for the future. Hope is a recurring theme at the Benton Community Foundation, which was founded more than 67 years ago to create a brighter future for children and families. It is the hope of community members who've supported BCF, which has enabled the foundation to distribute more than $12 million in support of local nonprofits, community improvement projects, and student scholarships. Hope called our team to action earlier this year when BCF launched a COVID relief fund, distributing vital funding to nonprofits and individuals affected by the pandemic. This effort, in tandem with BCF's focus on youth, education, basic human needs, the arts, and the environment, has propelled the foundation's giving to more than $1.1 million this year, and we're not done yet. Today we are humbled and consider ourselves fortunate to honor the people, organizations, and businesses who share in our hope for the future. We appreciate their commitment to all of us and look forward to joining in their efforts. Without further ado, here are this year's Philanthropic Achievement Award winners.
Alice, I think, really believes in Corvallis. She grew up here. She believes in making a great place for the children to grow up. She chaired the community campaign for the Boys and Girls Club when we built the original Boys and Girls Club. She was on the steering committee and helped fundraise for Wildcat Park. And of course, she leads the Touch project in our sister city, Ukraine, and she's raised over $1 million for that project. So she's really got a good track record of raising money for this community. That's why I think it's important that she got this award.
You know, I was born in this community and raised, and I had mentors, many mentors, who showed me the value of service, of what it can do. Probably the two people that had the most impact on me were my parents, Bob and Alice Henderson. And what I saw come from that was a fulfillment in their life. I saw their lives enriched, and I see that in everyone that volunteers. It just kind of reinforces your feeling about the goodness in humanity. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on, but there's so much good, and there's more of that. So I just want to thank the Benton Community Foundation again for this wonderful recognition. It does mean a lot. I appreciate my friend Ann Smart for her recommendation and nomination. That also means a lot because Ann has certainly been a leader in our community. So thank you very much.
Kappa Alpha Thetas are an amazing group of girls who we work with frequently, constantly throughout the year. We actually have a liaison now that works with our staff in anything we need, basically, where we need volunteers. That can include events, that can include helping and assisting and organizing our donation center. It's also assisting them with their events that they hold on behalf of CASA to raise funds. And just whatever else we need, they're always there to step in and assist.
So I chose to nominate the Beta Epsilon chapter of Kappa Alpha Theta for the Emerging Philanthropist Award because as a chapter, service is our top priority, and CASA itself holds just a special place in our hearts, and we work hard every year to give our utmost respect and dedication to the organization. And as a proud member of a group of just incredible leading women, we take it upon ourselves to be selfless and devoted to CASA, both in Corvallis and at a national level. And we're just so thankful for this opportunity to be part of something and support something bigger than ourselves.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Bennett. I am the fundraising director for Kappa Alpha Theta, which means I get the incredible opportunity to run our philanthropy iron brawl in support of CASA. This year things did look a little bit different since they were 100% virtual. We had a virtual 5K, a virtual Zumba class, and an online fundraiser.
Iron Brawl is by far our favorite week. It's a week where the whole community comes out in support of CASA, court-appointed special advocates. It is when you have groups from both Greek life and the outside Corvallis community all fighting for the same cause, and that is to support the kids of Benton County.
We were able to raise a little over $34,000 for CASA, which is incredible. We are so proud of our chapter and all of Oregon State Greek life for coming together in such crazy times to support such a worthy cause.
I couldn't be prouder of all of you. You have just done such outstanding work. I know many of you I've worked with for 4 years, but it is so exciting and well-deserved, and I couldn't be more thrilled for you. And way to go, girls. Thank you.
Well, Jessica has done amazing work in the field of conservation. She's a professional. She's always prepared. She speaks from her heart. She's really a natural. And I think that really resonates with people because she's so down to earth and trustworthy. And those are just really important traits in a fundraiser and in a leader. Jessica has just been so instrumental in raising money to protect so many of the iconic landscapes here in the area. One of those, Bald Hill Farm, she spearheaded that campaign, raising funds to purchase that property, 587 acres that we here in Benton County know and love and enjoy for recreation, for wildlife habitat, and just for the beauty of the landscape. Jessica, thank you so much for all of your work with Greenbelt Land Trust and here in our community. Congratulations.
I felt just so much appreciation for this recognition, for my career in fundraising, for my work with Greenbelt Land Trust. Just a lot of gratitude for Benton Community Foundation for putting this award out there and recognizing people in our community. But really it's not about me, it's about all of the donors and the people of the organization that make this possible. I want to say thank you to Greenbelt Land Trust, and that is a tribe. That is a family of people at Greenbelt Land Trust. That's the staff, our board guiding our vision, our volunteers building trails. It is our donors and members especially. Thank you so much for being a part of this work that I have a joy and excitement every day when I get up and go to work because I get to work at Greenbelt Land Trust with all of you.
I would say that the people who are members of the Power of 100, people who care, are people with big hearts, people who care about their community, and people who want to make a difference. I mean, demographically, we run the gamut, but the most important thing is that we're people who know that we have power to make change in our local community are dedicated to making that change and are dedicated to making that change over a period of time.
It's such a simple, impactful model to just get people together, hear about 3 local nonprofits, vote, and on the spot, everybody writes a check, and you're giving a huge sum of money all at once to a deserving local nonprofit.
We could get together. My simple $100 isn't $100 with this group. It becomes $8,000, $10,000 because we all join together.
This organization re-envisions the idea of philanthropy and hands it back to people who live in a community, who can make an individual, relatively small effort that can make a massive difference in the community. What draws me to this is the notion that we can reframe philanthropy in a way that can appeal to almost everyone who lives in this town and turn regular people into philanthropists.
The award really goes to all the members of the Power of 100 People Who Care, who pool their monies together and give to local nonprofits.
It's our members. It's the people who choose to show up and give $100 every quarter. That's who deserves the award.
It's a really lovely recognition to see that we've created something that now is taking on a life of its own. This will extend our reach, extend our exposure.
I am so excited to let our membership know that they have won an award for being an outstanding, innovative program in Corvallis because they care and because they show up and they put their money where their heart is.
It is just great that the Benton Community Foundation has chosen to recognize us, and I thank you from all of our members at 100 People Who Care.
People should know about Assistance League, that they are just a group of volunteers that care so deeply for our community. And within the school district, they support some of our most vulnerable students and families. They are just an incredible community partner for the school district. Everything from providing hygiene closets and laundry cards for our families to use, to giving hundreds of students new school clothes each year through Operation School Bell. We get to see kids' eyes just light up when they get this bag of new clothes and it's all in their favorite colors. And those are things we couldn't accomplish without Assistance League support. We're so grateful to have you as a community partner and to have you alongside us as we're supporting students.
Nothing helps a child more than feeling confident about themselves, going to school in new clothing and feeling like they belong.
We've clothed over 1,000 children in the last, every year for the last few years, and we offer items that help, both them and their family live a better life.
This year with the COVID year has been such a roller coaster. We were starting off, we were excited about our 50th, and everything was going as planned, and then as we know, everything crashed and we scrambled, and I was so excited when I got the call that we received this, because I do feel that our members have done a lot of good in our community, and it's so nice to be actually recognized for those things that you do.
Starker Family is Starker Forests Incorporated. And for 43 years, generations have walked the path with the Old Mill Center, volunteering in the classrooms, multi-generations being on our board, donating the land for the center, which is just right next door from here, advocating for Old Mill causes. They are the very definition of philanthropists. I think if you just look around the community and see how frequently you run into the Starker name, it begins to tell the story of their community support. We are humbled and we're grateful to the Starker family / Starker Forest Incorporated, and proud that they are among our partners. And we deeply congratulate them for a very well-deserved honor.
I think our philosophy on philanthropy is really founded by my great-grandfather TJ, who also founded our business, and he was always involved in civic affairs and giving his opinions in letters to the editor, but also really being active in his community and trying to make it a better place. I think that followed through with my grandparents kind of as that greatest generation and serving their country, both their country, and then when they finished with their war service, came back and served their community. And I think that's followed through our family, and we've always found ways to just make the place we love a better place to live for everybody. I'd like to thank the Benton Community Foundation for this award and the opportunity to join in this event to highlight all these great things happening in our community. And we have always been active partners in our community just because we feel like it's the right thing to do, and there's so many good causes to support. But we appreciate this recognition and opportunity to highlight the great things going on in Benton County.
Hello, I'm Susan Poole. Currently, I'm Vice Chair of Benton Community Foundation. It is truly my honor to announce the 2020 Benton Community Foundation Board of Directors Philanthropic Achievement Award. This award recognizes an exceptional individual or family whose philanthropic leadership has made a significant long-term positive impact on our local communities. The honorees for the award received multiple nominations, reflecting their enduring charitable commitment and giving. It was in the 1980s that my husband and I first got to know this couple. Among organizations that benefited from their passion was Old Mill School. And years later, they sparked efforts to have a new piano at OSU, and the Steinway series was launched. And so it is with humility and gratitude we recognize John and Shirley Byrne. Thank you.
The OSU Foundation decided to nominate John and Shirley Byrne for this award because of everything they do, have done at OSU to not only change our community, but the world. And then everything they do in our community beyond that to influence philanthropy, volunteerism is just incredible. Whether you're thinking about oceanography or the library or music and the arts programs at OSU, John and Shirley are just simply the best. Shirley, John, congratulations. I can't think of two people more deserving of this recognition. We so appreciate you, and just from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you do to make our community a better place to be.
I feel that if more people who are able would give just a little bit, or a little bit more, or a lot, whatever they're able to do, there was so much that could help the various organizations in this town that help other people. And I also feel that when we give, that I feel more a part of these different organizations that help others. That, for instance, if you give to the symphony, you sit there and you hear them and you think, I'm part of this, I helped. And it's a very good feeling, so in a way I'm benefiting myself as well as the community, and I hope other people will too. Some people don't have excess wealth, but they give $1 or $10, it makes a difference, and they feel also then a part of it.
To be part of the community, you need to be in a position to give, and the gift can be service. It doesn't have to be money. Money, we call it philanthropy, but the service is just as important as the money is. And it's a matter of caring about your community, caring about your neighbors and friends, and the people who are in the community who may have some needs that you personally don't have.
We feel very fortunate, and we really thank the foundation for this honor. And by giving this award to us, I'm humbled, and I thank them very much, especially because maybe it will help the community give even more.
Good afternoon. I'm Julie Manning with Samaritan Health Services. I'm also a member of the board of Benton Community Foundation. What an uplifting and inspirational celebration of philanthropy we've shared today. My sincere congratulations and thanks to each of the individuals and organizations recognized with this year's awards. And who better to help us find the right frame of mind for today than Mr. Fred Rogers, as he advises us to look for the helpers. You'll always find people who are helping. For more than 3 decades, I've been honored to work with an amazing cadre of helpers every day at Samaritan Health Services. Never have I been more proud and more humbled to witness their caring and compassionate efforts than in recent months. At the same time, my healthcare colleagues and other local helpers have experienced countless acts of selfless giving from so many in our community. Local businesses, volunteers, students, and neighborhood groups have come together to sew face masks, donate and distribute food, check in on their neighbors, make monetary contributions, and generally open their hearts to those in need. The Benton Community Foundation, BCF, mobilized its own helping spirit when it joined with United Way last spring to quickly establish the COVID-19 Relief Fund that raised and allocated more than $300,000 to help local nonprofits continue to serve others during these challenging times. It's opportunities like these that drive BCF, which was formed 67 years ago to serve as a catalyst and steward for philanthropic efforts in our region. The impact of this giving can be seen throughout our community in programs supporting rural youth, arts and cultural activities, economic development, and access to affordable housing. More information about the foundation and its work will be emailed to you following today's event. Please review it and consider joining us in this important work. Philanthropy is defined as a desire to promote the welfare of others. Today, we've seen wonderful examples of how the spirit of philanthropy is expressed in ways that benefit us all. I hope the individuals and organizations honored today leave you feeling inspired and hopeful about the power of philanthropy to make our community and our world a better place. Thank you and have a great day.